I recently caught up with a wedding photographer, and I'm going to share my value, my advice after analysing her website, after analysing the Facebook page. Like many other local businesses, they come to me asking for SEO, or they come to me asking for Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it is they have learned will provide them leads, more business. Might be a barbecue conversation to say, hey, my SEO is taking off, you need to get SEO, or something like that. So very first question is, I want SEO, how much is it going to cost? This particular scenario, I wouldn't say it's a startup wedding photographer, but I imagine many businesses start up like this, especially in the wedding space. They work full time and they shoot weddings on weekends. They are like a second photographer to another wedding photographer, and they side hustle it. Now's the time, the opportunity's there to take things more seriously. Now I need to build some kind of a machine that gets me leads. Word of mouth is good. I do beautiful work. People love my galleries. They refer me. But word of mouth, I find, it's like the icing on the cake. It's not the cake. And something like a stable flow of leads through Facebook ads or Google ads, local SEO or organic SEO that is scalable is really what you want. Now, first things first. When they come to me asking for SEO, they want leads. When they come to me asking for Facebook ads, they want leads. They want leads of people looking for what they do and are willing to pay for what they do. It's really clear that needs to be understood, because some people want SEO just to be at the top of Google. What that might bring them is mixed results. We want to be at the top of Google for our desirable key terms. Wedding photographer Melbourne, wedding photographer Sydney, wedding photographer Mornington Peninsula, wherever the geo area. There might be a specific style of wedding photographer. In video, the film photography, there's all of the new techniques that are coming out, and that's bringing in different search volume. Anyway, the first thing that I looked at is the website. Now, this website was like most websites I inspect. It's a beautiful business card. Things are very aesthetic, but from an SEO standpoint, in other words, when the AI crawler, when the Google crawler, when the Bing crawler visit this website and throw it into the running of other 1,000 wedding photographers, there's a lot of stuff that's not clear to them. So first things first is there was just your home, about, barely, contact, and barely a services page. That's a good foundational business card website on Wix or Weebly, which is probably where I'd start if I was side hustling in this space. But there was no dedicated pages that talk specifically to that service. Newborn photography shoot, wedding photography, pre-wedding, right? All of those various things that you do. So my first bit of advice is, let's make a list of competitors that you like their marketing, you shoot like them. Let's put a list of competitors that are Australia-wide, like the big franchises. Let's have a look at their website. And let's brainstorm things that just need to be added. Now, we don't need to rebuild from Wix or Weebly or Squarespace straight to WordPress. At the end of the day, this is a single operator photographer. So my expectation was, hey, the cost of entry to market is not something you'll be able to afford. It's not sensible to fork out the kind of money that's required to rank for wedding photography, because the top 10 sites, a lot of them are multi-location. They're companies with 20, 30, 50 photographers. There's some kind of a lead gen site that just does photography, so they dominate, right? So the reality is we're not going to rank in Melbourne or Sydney or any dense populated areas in a reasonable amount of time at a reasonable cost, but we can start chipping away at the non-negotiable foundations, making sure that we're at least crawlable and we're at least considered in the running somewhere for our desirable key terms. So that was initially my first bit of advice. There are lots of pages that we can build. Now, I've just published, I don't know if it's live yet, but a checklist, an EEAT checklist of baseline pages every service-based business should have. Things like About Us page, Teams page if there's multiple people, otherwise the team's information goes into the About Us, our journey, what it's like to work with us, pricing, terms and conditions, make it easy to contact form, phone number, email. So I've been talking about the website a lot here, as this is a non-negotiable. We're talking about kind of SEO here, but my advice was actually, I don't think it's reasonable to allocate money at SEO keywords versus some serious competitors. It's reasonable to allocate money to have the website built on and expanded further, but I would think the best place to put money early on to find a somewhat scalable solution would be a Facebook ad. Google ads are very expensive in that space. So it's really important to know the difference between a Facebook ad and a Google ad when it comes to intent, right? Facebook allows you to show up like a billboard in front of someone's phone. Then and there, they're on the toilet, they're driving, whatever, right? The intent is at that second, they're not looking for it, but they might be interested. In other words, this is an intrusive way of marketing. This makes the leads much more fluffier, much less stickier. They might at that second want to inquire, and you'd call 5 minutes later and they are busy with work, their business, and they may never get back to you. So that's Facebook ads in a nutshell. They definitely work. There's just specific ways and things to throw at a wall and see what sticks for you, and I'll run through those shortly. A Google ad is reacting to their search. They already know what they want. They know what service they're looking for. They know where they're looking for it. They just don't know who to choose. And that's where a Google ad is great, and SEO, local SEO, is great. The most sensible thing to do in this space is, once again, dig up your biggest competitors or big multi-location franchises, because they have big marketing budgets. Potentially they have active Facebook ads running. Facebook Ads Library is a free tool that you can use to spy on Facebook ads that are run by competitors. Pay attention to when that ad went live, because Facebook lets you know that this ad has been live since February 2024. If that's live, it's safe to say that there's a chance that it's bringing some kind of positive result. Pay attention to their text. You will find that a lot of Facebook ads will lead with some kind of an offer. It might be a loss leading offer, it might be a pre-wedding shoot or something like that. Take note of those offers and then see what you're comfortable offering. Then there's two proper ways to run a Facebook ad. Some people run traffic. Your traffic will just get you exactly what you're paying for. Traffic. When you set up the campaign, most common campaigns that I see are traffic campaigns, which are probably the worst performing in terms of cost per lead conversions. And it's really important to understand the difference. Traffic is literally billboard, and we just want to show up. You could target, but that's what Zuckerberg's going to get you. You want clicks? There's clicks, right? It's best to run a sales campaign, or in other words, a conversion campaign. There's two of those. The proper way to do it is to take that user out to a landing page, like a funnel page with no menu, with an offer, so then they actually further take action on your website. I would add lots of friction questions. Once again, Facebook ads is very fluffy. It's all about weeding out the crap with friction. If they're not going to get through the friction, means they weren't interested. That's the best way to weed them out. So far, lots of homework, lots of additional pages to build on the website, lots of about us packs, lots of EAT, experience, expertise, trust and authority to be added. Let's deconstruct a few competitor Facebook ads, see what's working for them. Let's build a landing page to take that traffic out to. Conversion tracking is really important. This can get quite technical, but a few YouTube videos through, a few Google videos through, an hour of tinkering around, $5 on Fiverr, and you can get this set up. It's really important that Facebook has data on the kind of people that actually converted. They clicked on your Facebook ad, they landed on that page, they filled out the form, and Facebook must know that the kind of people that got to the thank you page or they got to the conversion page. So then Facebook can go find you more people like them. On top of this, you can log into your CRM if you have one. You should have one. Use something like a Go High Level, which is reasonably cheap, or whatever it is out there. load your previous customers as a lookalike audience. Now in weddings, you don't really need to do that as much because there's a category on Facebook called relationship status engaged. As someone that still has something like 20 grand a month worth of Facebook ads running in the wedding space each month, that is a category I'm always smashing. Now I've cooked that category, so I've taken mine. I've still got an ad targeting it, but I've also got a broad match one as well. What that is someone, especially women, when they get engaged, they show the ring, they change their status to engaged. They might not be status engaged, but Facebook knows they're getting engaged. They've been flashing that ring. They've been looking for wedding related stuff to buy in Marketplace, whatever. Facebook just knows. It knows the reels that you follow. It knows the comments. It just knows what bucket it places you in. So prepare for absolute garbage leads, prepare for people to ghost you. It all comes down to how good your portfolio is versus how good your offer is versus how good your automations of follow-up is. You might be too busy to get on the call and call them then, but it's best to set up some kind of an SMS automation that quickly messages them saying, hey, my name is Eugene, I'm the wedding photographer that you inquired. Let them know what action they actually took. They might have been like, I don't know what this is. I never filled anything out. When they did, at 2 a.m, they filled out their date, preferred date, where they want to get married, what kind of style they want. If it is the wedding shoot, it could be a family shoot, it could be a sunset shoot. You might want to do family photography. So niche down on that one thing. Run the ad, at least $20, $30 a day, at least for a month, and look back at what converted. Make sure the form fills out. Make sure the form actually lands in your inbox. Facebook hates taking leads out of Facebook. I've personally been using the band-aid of Zapier. Zapier will take the lead, give it to me in WhatsApp, give it to me in email form. This is a long video already. There was a lot more advice, but that is the core of it. And this is a lean way. That means you don't need to hopefully pay an agency like me or anyone like me to do these initial steps yourself. Now, it all comes down to return on investment of time. If you're already booked out, you have lots of shoots, you're working full time, work out your hourly rate, the non-negotiable. So if your hourly rate's 30, 40, 50, and you can get this job done at 20, 30, you can get a VA from the Philippines at $5, $10, $15, then do that. Don't do tasks that can be done much cheaper than what your average hourly rate. Now, it's really important you do know how to do these tasks yourself initially before you outsource, so then you can keep an eye to make sure things are done properly, and if needed, jump in. Every single one of my team members that I've hired, I've taught them, I've provided the SOPs on me doing that thing. So at any stage, if anyone makes a mistake and they're not available to fix it then and there, I can jump in and do it. I can click the buttons. Very important to understand that in any online business, that you are capable of doing the thing. I get it, Facebook ads are technical, Google ads are technical, but it is really important you understand the baseline of running those ads. Your ads will probably fail, so keep pushing. Facebook ads is a lot of A/B testing. You'll land on something that'll work, whether it's the location, whether it's the ad copy, whether it's the creative. Prepare to burn cash, right? And don't, like, I'm talking 2, 3, 4, 5K in the wedding photography space. Prepare to burn that and receive zero. If you prepare for that, and that's okay, nothing's okay. We don't like wasting cash, but you've got to start somewhere. You've got to eliminate of what you tried and it didn't work, but then it's also good to speak to someone who has been doing it. Maybe you're the wedding photographer, you might know someone that is doing it. You could just pay them for an hour of their time to just give you a consult. Not me. Hope that helps.